Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. SJ Poor here, Little Face Brewing. I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. I know I did. It was quite relaxing here. The only problem is right now I've got this empty glass. I need to do something about that. There we go. That's how I fix that. This is actually a homebrew from my friend Ken. And he's going to have to tell me what it actually is, because I've got WW12. So, whatever that means, I have no clue. But, it's got a nice aroma to it. Nice looking beer, huh? Not bad at all. Thank you, kind sir. Nothing like enjoying a homebrew on Homebrew Wednesday. This past weekend, I went down to a friend of mine, Mark's. He's a member of our homebrew club. And he had a friend of his, Tim, who's the master brewer at Mudhook Brewing, located here in York, Pennsylvania. If you're in the area, stop in. Their location is phenomenal. They are right next to the Central Market in on Philadelphia Street. If you look it up, it'll show you on Cherry Street, which is, it's actually more of a walking street than it is a road street. But either way, Mudhook Brewing, be there, check it out. What we did was actually went to watch him do a decoction mash for the first time. He's never done one before. I've obviously never done one before, so I wanted to see how it was done and just hang out for some home brewing. So here's some shots of what we did. Hope you enjoy. There's some interesting stuff in here. It's going to be a bit of a long video, but sometimes they just got to be long when you involve brew days. Hope you enjoy. If you wouldn't mind, would you mind explaining again what we're doing here?
This is called a decoction mash. So what we're doing now, we removed some of the grain from the dough in, and we're going to bring it to a boil. It's mostly all grain. It's very little liquid in the pot. Liquid will come out as it heats. That's why you got to keep stirring it so it doesn't scorch. It's your biggest concern at this point is scorched grains.
Yeah, I guess it would be, because there's really not. Looking, I mean, there's a little bit.
It's a little bit, and it's starting to get more. As it heats, it's coming out. We'll bring this to a boil, and we'll add it back to the mash, stirring and checking the temperature constantly. We'll add just enough to bring it up to our 122 degree protein rest.
This is the first time doing this, so this is kind of a learning experience. Definitely learning experience for me.
All I've done is watched a couple videos on it.
So if it screws up, YouTube, it's your fault.
Yeah, YouTube.
Very nice. Nice setup here. He's got the mash. I'm going to just take a quick look in here. There's his mash tun. He's using the big igloo cooler with a screen in the bottom.
Yeah, I figure if I have to do a barley wine all in one shot, I can.
Absolutely. And you can, definitely in that one. That is
75 pounds of grain in there.
All right, I'm jealous again. God damn it. Very nice. All right, Mark, where are we at in this step?
This is the beginning of decoction number 2. The goal here is to get to our 152 degree 30-minute rest.
Now you pull probably that's a good
around 10 to 15 pounds of grain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a good bit more in there than we did the last one, but the last one was almost perfect as far as getting to the right temperature. So we'll see if he's that good again.
Yeah. I don't think lightning will strike twice. Maybe. We hope.
But it's darkening it up. It's almost. Now, will this make it roasty at all?
It should caramelize it
a little bit.
Just all that direct heat.
Yeah, the direct heat on it.
Cool. actually see it starting to dance around a little bit in there. Ah, all steam.
Foggy up.
All
Sorry.
steam.
See it bubbling a little in the middle there? Yeah. Getting close.
Now I guess this one you're probably going to really want it to dance a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
I want to take this one to a good rolling boil. I have the gas turned up as high as it'll go in the burner.
This is his first trial run with his paddle. I think it's a success.
It is a win.
Absolutely.
Might even get a little oak flavor in the...
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Now, what Mark just did was he put in the boiling grains, trying to bring this temperature up to 152 range for the... This would be like the final mash then, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The sack rest.
All right, Mark, where are we at now, man?
Final decoction. We're headed for 170-degree mash out right now. As soon as this boils, add it back in. Hopefully we'll hit our 170. If not, we're going to have to get some water boiling really quick because we're mashing out anyway. So.
Exactly. So then you'll put this in there, and then you also got to get water ready for your sparge.
For the sparge, yeah.
Right.
That's the next step. I'll rinse this kettle out, get all the grain out that I can. Well, not that it matters. But get water up to 170 for our sparge.
Nice thing about this is the color's like changing every time you do the step. The
Darker
color
and darker.
gets a little bit darker and darker.
In the mash tun too. That's what.
Yeah.
It's really black now compared to.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, that came up nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this is added. What time is it? 11. Been at this. I actually started at. I mean, when I came in, you're already heating stuff up at 8.
I had our strike water ready.
So
3 hours in.
this makes a.
Ready to start the boil.
This is gonna be like a 10-hour brew day.
As long as it's worth it with the final product. You know, I got 6 ounces of leaf hops in the boil. I'm probably going to lose a gallon, so I'm shooting for a 13-gallon volume from the mash.
Gotcha. So he got here. He filled that up with. That's the hop rocket.
Wickman
man.
hop rocket.
That is freaking awesome. That is awesome. And I just see him put a shitload of hops in that thing. It's packed
3
tight.
ounces. Well, 2.5 ounces.
So pour his wort through there after it's cooled, right? Or
Nope.
while it's
The
cooling?
hot wort coming right out of the brew kettle, straight into here, right into the therminator to chill it.
Wow.
Right
Okay.
into the fermenter, and pitch as soon as it's done.
That is cool.
That's the beauty of the therminator.
You gotta love it, man. What's this fruit? Fruit? Really hot, man.
Cuckoo for cocoa.
Cuckoo for cocoa puffs.
Pretty pebbles right here.
That right there is breakfast in a glass.
Here you can chew.
Yeah.
That over some cornflakes.
That only goes up from here, man. It just continues to go.
It'll have a little hot dam on it. So anything that's like, the real hot beers, like IPAs, the true pile really kind of goes over that. But a lot of them, it just keeps it back pretty good. And it just has to take on like a string or anything. It just has a like take there on the other side of the dam.
You guys have a really big plate chiller.
It's decent size. I mean, it's size for the system.
It's like a radiator, like a house radiator kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's alternating plates, stage plates, and it leaves back the counter flows a couple times. So the exit water really is a lot hotter than the air temperature coming out. So that's a nice job.
This is where
Then it's warm in here. It's not Siberia like.
Yeah, I got my big ass heater. Nice, man. All different Pac-Man yeasts brewing away. This is actually a brand new one from a smack pack. But that one and that one are all from my original,
Nice.
where I reverse engineered it out of the bottle. Thank you, Rogue.
Exactly. See, he's like a homebrew store right
I know,
here.
right? It looks like a homebrew store.
I might put this in the back of my truck too. I mean, you know what? My truck's gonna be full by the time I leave here.
Might take a second trip.
I know, right? I'm glad I'm only across the hill. This is definitely a first. I've never seen this done before.
Really?
Yep. Nope.
It's the second time it's been, well, second time I've used it. I think Don used it once.
You can see that is a nice brew kettle. I do like the brew kettle. 5, 10, about 12. Well, you figure a little better than 12 gallons you started off with, right?
Yeah. I'll be back.
So after much ingenious engineering, the wort is now going through the hot back, through the hot plate,
Cold.
and
that is hot.
there we go. So what's the temperature of that coming out, Mark?
That is probably in the neighborhood of 60.
Wow. That is too cool. That is too freaking cool. Of course, that's going to fight us every step of the way.
Yeah, that's the only problem with that.
Wow, that son of a bitch is hot in the bottle too, Dad.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, it's like boiling liquid. It gets hot.
Yeah, and bare fingers. Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, Steve.
I know, right? Hey, I've had a few homebrews. What am I going to say? I'm going to try this water here coming out. That's got to be hot as hell too, right? Yeah, well, it's not super hot,
Yeah,
but
it's taking all the heat from the port.
nice setup.
You can feel it there. It's cold.
Very cool. Just
Start, man.
just when you didn't think you could get quite MacGyver enough.
You got it. The only thing that's missing is a little duct tape.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But we got electrical tape to take
It's
the
fucking pretty
place.
good with that tight thing, you know what I'm saying?
Fucking tiny cat, man. You might as well just put an arrow right straight through my heart, for God's sakes. You know what? This is hillbilly brewing at its best. What's the name of the brewery?
NFC.
NFC. Yeah, that's right. You just figure that one out for yourselves. So there's the first 6 gallons. Well, close to 6 gallons. You're like, actually, they're going to end up being
That's
pretty
right
close.
around 5. I'm letting this drain out. I'm gonna top that back off. I'm pretty close to this level. That'll be over 11 gallons yield, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you got all those hops in there that are the enormous amount of hops left in there, which is pretty cool. Let's see if I can get some of that. There we go. I don't know if that's showing up or not, but yep, there they are. Good bit of Cascades. What? Cascade, Simcoe, Chinook.
I could have gotten ugly in her. Yeah, it's Chinook, Cascade, Simcoe. Simcoe, Chinook, Centennial, Cascade, and a little bit of Columbus in the hopback.
Nice. That right there, that chill plate thing is freaking awesome. Unreal. We're able to go right. I mean, he's going to be able to pinch his yeast like, well,
Momentarily.
yeah, momentarily, really. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I had a great time hanging out with him. I learned a bunch of new stuff. He has got some great toys. He's got that hop back or hop rocket, whatever you want to call it. He's got that plate chiller. Man, that's almost must-need stuff for the home brewer. It was awesome to be able to take it straight from the boil pot. Right after the boil, I mean, we lifted it up on top of that cooler and went through the hop rocket. I mean, it was pitching temperature for the most part, right off the bat. It was awesome. Mark also gave me 2 vials of Pac-Man yeast. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your hospitality while we were hanging out down there. Your wife made us some sandwiches. Rockin'. Most definitely. And he gave me a call the very next day and said he had, actually no, a couple hours later, he had fermentation going on in an hour. So his Pac-Man yeast is some killer yeast. So again, thanks goes out to Mark and Tim from Mud Hook Brewing. Had a blast down there, and that's a decoction brew for the first time. Now we didn't actually hit all of our numbers the way we should, but you never get it right the first time through anyways. So if you have any questions, comments, or anything, leave them down here at the bottom. Other than that, it's time to get out of here. This is SJ4 from Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks. Brew beer. Cheers.
With a F-150 and a 30-06.